Good evening, Ken of Tortoise Capital with a speed run review of the swing portfolio for January 25th, 2020. We start with Alcoa, and we're just going to go in alphabetical order today. You can see the monthly spring signals, the weekly spring and weekly summer, if it hits that criteria, and then the daily spring, summer, fall, and winter signals. So Alcoa, too short, continuing to collapse. I move my stop down to about here. I like that. Where's the next? That's off it goes. Just collapsing. Apple, too long. We're going to slide the stop. I almost want to get it up to the bottom piece of the dragon in the 90s so that I can get this risk out of that one. Tech has been strong, but if it collapses like the rest of the market, then I don't want to stick around too long. So we're studying ARC. That's one that's have a bunch of small cap and innovations and expert stock picking and lots of Tesla exposure, so we're just studying that. So I don't have a position on it. Boeing, fractional loss on this one. There's a 1, 2, 3 here. I thought about it, but the general weakness of the market inclined me not to want it too much, and then the fact that it's still in the winter. So I'm actually ready to kind of get short again right about here. I think that's kind of what I'll do. So let's pick up the stock on that one. Okay. What do I want to go long to play up to here? That's 17. No, that's a 5% move. We'd have to get long right about here. 10. If you get long here, you have to have about a $5 stop. That'd be the southern skin of the dragon. I don't mind that. I'll give that a try. Caterpillar, fractional gain, missed the short, just bad form. Here's fair value, and there's the 200, and it's Caterpillar. It's a great company. I have to kind of look like this. Yeah, I think I'll give that a try. Cliff also collapsing, so we're short one. Stop is at the, let's bring this down to the PSAR. Cut. Short one. We're short from here. Let's put the stop at the dragon. Here's targets. That's where I'll add a second one. Actually, I think if it breaks below fair value, I'll get short a second one there. Target is here. The Dow, fractional. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do, like right there. That's an aggressive play to the downside, but I'm looking to get this. Targets. Yeah. Devon Energy. We are short one from here. I like that. Emerging markets, fractional loss. I probably should have gotten short in here. We're going to stock that one more day. EFA. Actually, as I recall from the weekend report, this was an overreaction and a channeling. So let's do this. I'll play that right there. Okay. EFA was also so fractional loss. I would get short here. Boy, I think long there. Now, if that doesn't fire, then we'll be able to refine this as we go. But I'm already getting ready to trade that one. Like the target to the upside here, the 90, which is still sloping up. Target to the downside is the 270. So you can see we're playing between the 90 and the 270. Japan, just stalking, sideways quiet channel. Mexico, we're long one. I'm moving my stop to here, kind of to break even. Brazil, we're short one. Stop is here. I'm going to move that to just above the 90 to minimize losses. Home Depot, long one from here. I'll move my stop to the daily low to lock in some gains. I'd add a second position here. Russell, cashed one. Got nothing going on here. Dang it. Should have been short like right there. So let's get short. Not later than the PSAR flip, but let's try this one like that. Real estate looking good, so we got 2 into this one. I'm moving the stop up into here to lock in 2 gains. Coal, should have, yep, we're short 1. Let's get our initial risk. Let's lock that in. Add a second position if it breaks down from there. McDonald's trying to make a recovery here. Long one. Let's not lose too much on this one. Let's put it to dinner plus 2. Add a second position if it breaks above here. Clean energy. I'm looking to get short in here now. Simon Property Group scratched. So let's get short there. And everything's slipping down. I really don't want to get long on this thing at all. It's horrible. Should already be short. Treasuries. Oh, let's go look at the triple leveraged S&P. So we cashed that one Thursday. That was really nice. And now, do I want to get short there on the PSAR flip on the second one? I sure do. That's where I'll get long. Well, let's see. This is where we'll get short. That's where I'll get long if it breaks above the dragon. Fairly aggressive, but what are you going to do? Calibrated eyes. Well done. Treasuries looking good. Move our stop up. So we got our second position in on that one on Thursday. Let's lock in a gain there and trail it with a 1-day low. Where am I going to put the next entry in? I think we already got this one. The next one would be here. I'm gonna put it right there. If it breaks out to a new high, then that will be a short-term play. I think that's what I want. Tesla. So we get 3 positions in on that one. Move it up into here. Natural gas, 2. Lock in that stop there. Oil. Missed that. God dang it. So energy is weak. Let's get short if it gives us weakness. And it's such an exaggerated move. It got to the other Z3, finds support and takes off. We'll get long there. And to be fair, we've been playing the short side energy weakness and other symbols before. So this was short and covered and long here on this breakout above the above the dragon with a stop here at the PSAR. Second position, I think if it gets above fair value, and then Z1. Wiz, not good. Let's tighten that up a little bit further. Nah, just stay with it. We've been riding the PSAR the whole way. Let's just trust that strategy. Walmart, we're short one. Let's get to no lose plus dinner for 2. I mean, this sell-off has been in the attack phase of the impeachment. Now that defense is coming into play, and if there's no bad news this week, then you could argue that this is an opportunity to get long. So let's not get too exaggerated on the short side. Wheat and precious metals. We added a position here on Friday. Let's get these out of the way. And we want to move our stop up to like right about there. Okay. Win. That 3-bagger cashed, missed the short. What do we want to do here? I think we'll get short if it breaks below here, say Z1. And where do I want to get long? 1, 2. We'll take a daily breakout. Okay. Junk out of the way. Second position short if it breaks below the 270 and then below the 200. Okay. So that's what we're looking like there. Okay. Third position long if it breaks above the PSAR flip and the Taro 10. That's what we're looking like there. U.S. Steel. My spider sense was wrong, so let's frame this trade this way now. Yeah, let me leave that one in here. I had locked this one in. Had a belief on the long side there, so this is where we'll get long. This is where we'll get short. Okay. XLB showing some weakness. Energy has been very weak. Yes, 3 in hand. Let's tighten up our stop to here. Financials. Long dead money. Nothing. Just wait and see. Tech has been good. We cashed it on Friday into the weakness. I'll get short here and get long here. Okay. Let's shift over to look at Wiz. It still has the same symbols as last week. So Missy the dog agrees. So we're looking at dailies. Okay, so it's in the fall, looking weak, not good. If it breaks below here, then that one is dead. That's the high yield bonds. Large cap growth. It's getting close to not cutting time there with the PSAR flip, and just rolled into the fall. PHB is corporate bond yields, and that just cracked. That's hard to understand why that's the case, isn't it? Yeah, but that one's done. So if you're day trading those things, that PSAR flip in here was decisive, and so PSI, not bad. Semis and tech, that's still holding steady. These blue lines are where I give up on them. Dynamic large cap value, that already broke when the PSAR flipped. Next place it'll fail is here. So that makes me wonder how long Wiz is going to hold on to this, because my spider senses it's already bad. So how fast does their AI rebalance that? Semiconductors, the strongest of the tech, still in pretty good shape, has room to survive. 500 growth at a reasonable price. The GARP, that broke. So general market weakness in the large caps, and that explains why pretty bad sell-off compared to its history back here, and that's Wiz itself, which we're just holding right at the PSAR flip. And then MMO is the mid-cap momentum. That didn't suffer as much as some of those large caps, which tells me that was index selling and not so much individual stock selling. So they're holding a little bit stronger there. So overall, Wiz, it should be coming up on readjustment time, depending on how tactical they are. So we'll see how that goes. Okay. So while we're here, let's just take a look at some of the... I wanted to look at Merck. Because that was a big loser. Yeah. That was such a sweet intraday trade. So you got to reinforce failure, but I'm ready to buy Z1. So it just had a Z3 breakout, so I would buy Z2 aiming for back there. So this would be that trade frame, the one-day opportunity. And I might even play just a hybrid frog, even if I took half. That's about where I want to start stalking it. Like if it opens in the yellow box, I'd think really hard about buying at the blue line in the second position here, and then a third position at probably the PSAR flip again right there, where it flipped the last time. And then Intel was an enormous winner. Bingo, bango. So you got to buy that, and you got to short that. Okay. So that's the speed run and a quick look at some trade frames. Keep your risk measured and your powder dry.